So, good morning folks, and welcome back to another video. Well, for me it's morning, over there it might be evening or afternoon, depending on the time zone you live in. And today we're going to do a review of Screecher, issue 3, A Talon Too Far, by Phoenix Press, that was released in October 2024, so last year, pretty recent. And for those of you who don't know how I do these types of videos, how I organize them, it's pretty simple. I go through a bunch of, let's say, American comics, indie comics, maybe a manga, a European comic, or a webcomic, and you basically break it down in a few bits. The theme, who's the writer, with the art, colors, cover, and edits. You give a brief synopsis, and we follow it with a breakdown. After which we discuss the good, bad and the ugly, and eventually final verdict goes from let's say 10 out of 100 until let's say 100 out of 100, with 10 out of 100 being 1 out of 10, 1 out of 100 being 10 out of 10, which won't happen here, not even close. Of course, there might be some things that you might disagree with me about. If that's the case, hey, maybe it's something you had with the publisher, or something in my throat, could also be the case, or the let's say the writer or someone within the team. Hey, no problem, it's totally fine. But let's just try to keep it civil, you guys. My goal with this is, with these types of videos at least, I try to walk away from the drama a bit and go back to what you could call, like Captain Fruel said, the old school days, or let's just say the days before the internet, where we could just discuss whether a comic is good or not, which character could be who, if there was a good balance between writing and art, if the pacing is alright. Those are discussions that I want to have, instead of this whole East South nonsense. And I'll also be using the Kickstarter as a source, and before we get any further, let's get into who the team is. Unfortunately, there's no letter by Eden Pharmaceuticals, nor by Caitlin Johnson. Apparently there wasn't enough money involved, who knows. But yeah, it's written by Nick Gibson, it's drawn by Brian Quiroga, not much has changed since the previous time. Colored by Arden Black, and the cover art by Irene. I hope I spelled her name correctly. In my language we called Irene, but hey, it's one of the two languages that I speak. And editing by Nef. And it's as a copyright notice of the Phoenix Press Publications LLC, all rights reserved. And there's some martial arts on the letter, which is absolutely fantastic. Basic, but it does the trick. And let's get into the synopsis before we get any further. Well, the synopsis is pretty simple. In the last video, Avery, aka Screecher, had to get some information from a container related to her father, and she had no other choice but to burn everything to prevent it from falling in the wrong hands of Shiva and her overlords. And in this issue, Avery Fletcher used to be normal, working to find a way to free her father before Eden Pharma gets away with shady business that was related to what was into that container. And yeah, she has to confront Shiva a second time. If you read the previous issue, you pretty much know who Shiva is, the tigress. And Avery needs to step up her game, because time is running out, because some things are being fast-tracked, which is often the case. And if you made it this far into the video, if you didn't read the previous two issues, this will contain spoilers, so click away right now, and or watch the previous two videos, or even better, go to Amazon Kindle and buy the previous 2 issues of Screecher, or go to Global Comics where you could get them for free. or read them for free at least. Thank you for your understanding, and let's get into the breakdown. So Avery, aka Screecher, is spying on Caitlin Johnson, and yeah, she's checking out on her. She's discussing the events of last night. Yeah, after the incident last night, we're gonna have to move it up the timeline for Fletcher, or on Fletcher, her father. Did you hear that, Scotty? I did, but this is no time to freak out. Mission now, fury later. Scotty is right. Similar to what Obi-Wan would have said, duty becomes for your loved ones, because they're bigger fish to fry. I probably should not go into any more detail while I'm in public. We will go over the rest of this afternoon around 4. And she kicks one of the containers. See, now we know where, when and where the meeting is. But Fallen, who knows how long he's got left. Speaking of which, so she kicks more containers and stuff. But she's late for her Aikido or martial arts lessons. And yeah, someone's waiting for her, and that someone is Chandra. Main. You're late, Miss Fletcher. My apologies, Sensei Man. This is the 3rd time this week. If your father weren't rotting in jail, he'd be ashamed of you. Of course, the rest looks at her with a certain look in their faces. Just call me after. You see me after class. She asks him, and she asks him if her father is okay. But man, it looks like she aged like 20 years here. Due to the probably due to the night patrols and the emotional stress she's into. Ow. She touches her, so yeah, Chandra, she touches her chest, but, ow, she asks her, what is it? What is it? Bike messenger clipped me the other day. A bike messenger, yeah, she finds it hard to believe, yes. Just don't be late next time, Beardo. I think she's playing innocent. This is just like, the aftermath of that Green Goblin fight in Spider-Man 1. It's recognizable. And we go into the flashback to summer 28, 2008. I mean, please tell me you've actually practiced this one. I did. Good, and let's begin. So they're into a Bojutsu fight, or stick fighting fight. That looks extremely familiar. I implemented something similar in one of my stories. You lied to me, Beardo. No, I didn't. You told me you were practicing. And it's clear that Shiva, or Chandra, we all know who she is now, gets the upper hand. She's more experienced, more disciplined. I have been. Then you aren't very good at this, are you? Chandra just knocked your daughter into the water. That'll be the 3rd time in a row. Correct. She'll learn. She's going to have to. If they are to do what we did. To get, yeah, it seems to be a bottle of beer or something. Or two fathers, the fathers of Chandra and of Avery, discussing things. Did you destroy that shipment of Kayite we snagged last night? I didn't. But Nightwatch sure did. And the next day or evening, it was the afternoon, Avery rides on a motorcycle, and yeah, I'm not going to be able to brute force my way into this one. No, forget it. A more subtle approach is required. ID? Crap. I think I left it at home. No ID, no entry. I think it's something. And she throws a rock. Please, sir, I'm running late for a meeting. Who threw that? The guards said. And yeah, Avery makes a run for it, incognito. And too many people know the face of Harrison Fletcher's daughter, unless it becomes something else. So she robs someone's glasses. That's great, we're having a Millhouse moment. But, yeah, jeez. Cliche. So flash forward to Caitlin Johnson. It's all gone, Mr. Johnson, please calm down. Every scrap he had now has been turned to ash. Harrison Fletcher still draws breath. True. I shall schedule his transport. Tomorrow around 8. As for Leia, pick me up at 7. Does anyone see my glasses? Maybe at the birthplace in YPSI. Not sure what that's supposed to mean, but hey. We got a problem. This is not good. Thanks for the insight, Captain. Hey, I was a sergeant. Whatever, this is probably the end of the line for us. How? They're taking him away, Scotty. I've lost. Because I moved up the timetable. Oh, alas, one thing at a time. I know this is Nef's doing. Because I know that first word. He often uses it. What do you mean? So yeah, you see here, she aged a lot within a few months time period. You said they had a deal going on down tonight, perhaps. Aquatech is going to sell them some K8. Thanks, Scotty, you're the best. I try. Miss Fletcher, we should be more careful. Nonsense, we've been reacting this entire time. It's time to start to act. She makes her way on the motorcycle and drives away. Make sure to give him a head start. I know what I'm doing, Scotty. So yeah, the chase is on. I've used to wait a second longer. Very well. It's showtime. It's time to rule the night. You need to grab the case before it's in the truck, otherwise it's gone forever. Otherwise the guy is gone forever, so... What are you doing? Let's grab the case and go. You can spare a few minutes to hear what they're saying. How's your flight? Too long. Not looking forward to the haul back to Seattle. We shall get this started then. So shall we get started then? Let's see. Yes, let's... if there's any complication, will soon be dealt with. Yes. One should hope so. Aquatech's grace extends only once. Is that what your husband says? Don't be ridiculous. It's what I say. Scott, you hearing this? Not by choice, but yes. Who's actually our Aquatech? That only mentioned them in passing. They're an arms contractor out of Seattle. They supplied matter. Mistress, there's a person on the roof. Crap, gotta go. And yeah. That kind of reminds you of Moon Knight. Little moon. That's psych. Who's that? Who's this? A merc Harrison Fletcher hide. He's been circling us for days. And why she's still around? Point taken, so they shoot at her. Alright, everyone, we're moving out. Focus on the case. So they're getting away. Focus on the case. So yeah, she just flies around. It really gives me Moon Knight vibes. I like it. And yeah, she makes an attempt to prevent him from escape, but during that moment, there's another one which jumps on the roof of the truck, and that's no other than Shiva. Miss me, like opium. Forget about her, remember the reason we're here. Having trouble? It's not anymore. And the fight is on. But it's clear that Shiva is once again getting the upper hand, because she's more trained, more disciplined, and more experienced. You aren't very good at this, are you? So we're falling back into old cliches, we're repeating the same riddle. Which makes me think that she already figured out her identity. What did you say? Amateur. Seems all too familiar, but why? Oh, come on. We know who she is. Wait now, ponder later, Avery. Shall we continue? Not bad, you're learning. But yeah, with one smack from her bow staff, because that's how they call those things, she falls, she gets, yeah, smacked from the truck, and they get away. Bye bye, birdie. Scat! Scotty, I need you to come grab, which somehow I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have removed my mask then, but I could understand the frustration. Probably they're already away. Scott, I need you to come. grabbed the bike and bring it to me. They got away. I'm on my way. Thank you, Scotty. Are you okay? I'm fine. Avery, it's okay to... I said I'm fine. She did not like to lose to Shiva. I could imagine, because I think they soon figure each other out. I'll see you back at the house. My dad used to take me here every Sunday after church. I know. I rush into things, costing me the case. Or the cage. Now it's the case. You're learning. That's what's important. What am I going to do now? Same thing you've always done. Persevere. Father will be freed. I know. And we're going to the epilogue basically. We got no choice in the matter. What's going on? Fuck, the clock is against him. Because he moved up the sentence for or the time period for Mr. Fletcher. The time frame for the transfer. Transfer where? Gladstone. But they said I would have a month. Yes, that Merc you hired didn't do the job as you wanted. What Merc? Don't play dumb, Mr. Fletcher. That owl boy clearly works for you. Yeah, I'm trying to do a voice, but it didn't work out. Owl boy. Owl? Oof. Then he realized that she got the message. And that's the end. And yeah. Without further ado, we see some the synopsis that I used. Special thanks to the backers again. And that's it. We see Screecher and Shiva standing face to face. The light of seems to be the first quarter or last. First quarter, because of the last quarter it would be a little bit more to the side. So let's get back to the cover again. For the good, the bad and the ugly, well yeah. It's good cover art and it's more cartoonish, let's put it like that. There's a balance between writing and art, but not as good as in issue 2. That's personal opinion. You might have another opinion, that's totally fine. And yeah, I like the fact that Shiva is not a pushover and she gives Screecher, aka Avery, a run for her money on and off the job. She's superior for now, but they will figure each other out. And here she learns an important lesson about losing. That yeah, it's part of life. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and the only way to get over it is to get back up on your feet and yeah. You get another chance later. Sometimes you don't. And once again, nice editing by Nev. I recognize some traces of his editing here and there, which is nice. The few ugly parts is it's not really ugly part, more observations. It tends to fall into old cliches at times with becoming something else, but then again, it's a superhero comic. And the art feels a little odd on page 12. It's like Avery looks like she is like she aged, like I already mentioned, she aged over 20 years, over 40, maybe a lack of sleep, maybe it was a shading, something like that. But no, I'm not an artist, so I don't have an expert opinion on this. So yeah, the final verdict is a little lower than the previous two. I give it a 78 out of 100. It's not as good as the previous two issues, but yeah. They're in a race against time, so yeah. Pretty interesting. It's still, yeah, consistent enough to yeah, to follow and to yeah, to read. Unlike with 2100 Samurai, where kind of lost yeah, interest after the third issue because it felt like it went on for a little too long, or it didn't go anywhere. That's personal preference. And that's about it for the video. If you'd like to see me make more videos like this, leave a like, subscribe if you want to, and yeah, did you read this issue? What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments down below. And yeah, you could pick this up on, let's say, Amazon Kindle, and or you could read it on Globe, or soon it will be on Amazon Kindle, I think. But yeah, this issue was part of the crowdfunding campaign that's no longer active. Eventually it will make itself to Kindle and to Global Comics, depending on the creator. And if you'd like to see what I created with my hardworking friend, Cherry Warrior issue 1 and 2 are now available on Global Comics, soon 3 as well. But you can read them in both the vertical scrolling webcomic format and into the traditional format. You get the print rate PDFs for €2 each, or $2 each. The Gumroad edition is yeah, €2 each with the CBR files. And of course you could get the physical one for €8. Unfortunately, shipping is something I can't control. My apologies in advance. And we're a little over time, so talk to you guys later. Next stop will be I'm taking a break from YouTube stuff for a while because I want to read System Error by Blue Fox Comics or Studios, and do a little bit of writing myself. So ciao, matane.